Hey guys, Eddie from 11 World here, and today I'm doing a comparison between two programs, not just one, that I've been waiting like 10 or 15 years for. So stay tuned and let's check them out together. Okay, so the two programs, one of them is by LoopMasters and it's called LoopCloud, and the other one is ADSR Sample Manager. They're both sample managers. Basically, you can actually add your samples your own. This is, for me, this is the huge feature because I have like hundreds and thousands of samples. So for me to be able to finally organize it as it should be with tags, BPM, and all these good stuff, right? This is like something I've been waiting. I was actually close to even trying to write my own program, but I just, I don't program in C or C# or whatever. And yeah, so I'm going to run through the installation for both these and go test them out basically and see how they kind of work. I wish, and I'm not sure about this, but I wish they also tag songs, like genres, BPM, stuff like that, because that would be really amazing for me to help me with my DJing stuff, because it would kind of do a lot of these things automatically for me instead of me having to do it. But anyways, let's see how that goes. We've got basically I put everything in a test folder just so I can run through. I'm not going to test all my hundreds and thousands of samples here. So you download the ADSR one and you LoopCloud from their websites, and let me show you these. So this is ADSR's page, and they get the sample manager here, a bit of description about it and a lot of comments, and kind of tells you what it does and everything. So it seemed pretty great. I've already seen a couple of videos on each of these, and this is LoopCloud. It's got an intro video and just some stuff about it here and there, so you can dig and check it out. And yeah, so this is LoopMaster's service, and they basically give you tons of like any type of, I guess, of formats, but by genres. Like these are tons of tools, like DJ tools, drum and bass, effects. There's like so many things here, so you can definitely go and check it out. And there's a lot of good free stuff. One per week, they give you guys like a free sample pack once per week, which is really great. ADSR doesn't offer that, but still, I mean, look at all this stuff. And I don't think it's expensive anyways, but I just haven't really had the need to buy anything. I've got like thousands, hundreds of thousands, like I said, of stuff that I've been just kind of waiting to, manage and kind of put together nicely so that I can actually start doing something with these things instead of just downloading more and more every day or every time. So anyways, you download that stuff and, you get the folder. This is on Windows, by the way, for those who I think you can do it for Mac as well. So I'm gonna have to run through this. Basically, I'm gonna install it as a standalone. I guess you have to, and as a plugin for some of these things. I don't really need Pro Tools because I don't have Pro Tools, but it's 3 megs. Who cares? I'm gonna leave it. And yeah, LoopCloud, all good. So that's one. I'm gonna install the second one as well and just use them both, I guess, at the same time or something like that. Okay, so this one is done. I'm not gonna run it yet. Let me just install this guy too. You notice how like one of them is like 14 megabytes for the ADSR one, and here, let me see here. So this guy is like 105 megabytes, which is crazy. And I believe with LoopCloud you get like 1 gig or 3 gigs free content when you sign up or when you download it, something like that. I've done that already on a different computer, so I might have everything kind of set up for me. So yeah, this one is not a standalone. It works as a plugin only, and you can see it's got all of these in there. Yep, sure. Okay, so now I'm gonna run LoopCloud, and then I'm gonna run. Okay, so this is the screen. It's gonna tell me to log in, which is, oh, that's at this screen here. can't remember if this is supposed to be LoopMaster's login. Yeah. So this LoopCloud actually is your LoopMaster's login, in case you're wondering. So it's doing a whole bunch of things here. And let me just turn this. It's downloading information. You get this here, you gotta allow it. It's downloading some information. Okay, so this is, I guess, syncing with the cloud with whatever stuff I've already purchased or downloaded or stuff like that. So this is whatever your computer you log into, it's gonna basically do the same thing, and so like it'll know your favorites and everything like that. So this is just telling you what new stuff you can do. Yeah, I guess you could. Let me see. I think it's gonna open a video.
Introducing LoopCloud 3.0.
So this is gonna open a video how it works. I'm not gonna watch it now, but you can watch that. So the new improvement in the latest version was that they added this right here, and that's basically to include or add your own samples. Limit the search downloaded items only. This is like for your local files basically. Yeah, and then you got your library and store, which is like the two different ways you can use this, I guess. So this is everything that's online, and this is your library, which has all these different things that you can basically filter by. They're filters, yeah. So you can go by key, BPM. This is also another, I think, new feature that they released, if I'm not mistaken. So under these, for example, I opened up LoopCloud and ADSR Sample Manager in this one. And so yeah, you get this little thing here, and that basically tells it that, you know, it's matching the tempo to your BPM, which is in this case 108 in my scenario. Okay, so whatever you play will actually sync to that, and sync on time. That's very important. Yeah, so you can match that by whatever range you want, by key, major, minor, and so on. I don't know how this would work in terms of like other, like for example, I don't think it will actually work with Arabic music, because it's a lot of it is like quarter tone and so on. So I wish there was like some stuff like that here, but you know, maybe in the future. Feature request. Thank you guys. Maybe go with like 1.14, 15, whatever, and then switch back. See that? Updates right away. That's nice. 110. And you can double it, half it, and the patterns. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. You can update the pitch, and so many different things here. So you can see right there, that's where it's connected to Ableton and your keys, and yeah. So this is basically, you can search by local files only. Going into this, you get the starter pack, welcome pack, and there's so many good stuff here. And you get your nice weekly sounds that you get every week. This is for free. So they offer tons of good stuff here that is free from the store. And you can go and check it out, like, you know, for example, dark hip hop, play it. Took a second there to load. I don't know if you noticed right here. Okay, so whatever you like, for example, if I like this, I can right click, claim free content. And that means basically you now have the rights, and check that out here. It's downloading updates, whatever. And now you see this changing to a folder. That means now this is in your cloud library, if I guess I'm saying that correct here. And if you want to download it to your local computer, you download it in the background. And that will turn, or not turn it, sorry, it will have another icon next to this saying that, you know, let's say that I've downloaded it. It's going to have like a little disks icon. I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to favorite this so that I can check it out in my favorites in a bit here. Tag, edit. Okay, right there, edit tags. And now you see this whole bit. So I can edit the keys, major, minor, whatever, BPM. And you can see all these new other tags, and then I can add my own, and tag manager, additional. There's like so many other things, and that kind of helps with the filtration here. So you can do that to like all your samples. And I'm sure it's going to take a while, but you know, it's one of those things where you do it as you go along, but after a year or two, this platform will get much better, and you've pretty much done a whole bunch of stuff. Like I have hundreds and thousands, like I said, of samples and loops and effects and so many different things. And so this would really help me in the long run. But you know, I gotta put in that initial effort. Hit favorites. Now I can search by my favorites. And what else is here? Search history. That's nice. Add local content. Okay, so this is another thing here. So let me go back to the cloud. Oh yeah, and let me see. So for preferences, these are just some things maybe you can go and check them out. So for example, database backup. I wish I could see where the files for the database that's backed up. Sample Manager, and I'm gonna add. So instead of adding all of these, again, these are just for testing. I'm gonna add just like music radar stuff, I guess. So you see that took a bit, and it loaded my stuff, and you can see so it's already been tagging a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not sure if it keeps tagging as you go along, but it would be nice if it does. I guess it's that fast if it is doing it automatically. So you can see this is tagged as loops, knows all these different things about it, and you know, BPM, so many nice things actually. LoopCloud is applying tags to your content. Actually, yeah, there it is. So it's still processing the tags, which is very nice. You can see analyzing. So this is just saying how fast you want to go with the finding the tags. So it's set to fast. My computer is relatively fast. I guess it can handle it. And you can see so that this person icon in the folder, that tells that this is your stuff. It's only your things that you've added, and that's why it has that icon also for the disk. And you can see it finished applying all these different things here. So now I go in and maybe it shows me more content, or maybe it's just done through searching through every other folder. This is kind of like just some of the stuff I've already downloaded or whatever from there. So I'm gonna just show you how this works. So it automatically tags things like based if it's on a loop or it's a one shot. Right there, you see that? So it knows that in this folder there is both of these, and I believe if I click one of these, yeah, see, so it already goes to anything that's one shot within that folder. So I'm gonna clear that back, and yeah, it knows the genres here. You can add your own genres. There's like multiple genres and labels, file size, additional. I'm not sure what this additional is, but show all tags. Okay, so these are probably just tags that you can add, so that's also cool. And what else? Yeah, so you can favorite it. It will go to that folder, and this means that it's in the cloud. I haven't really downloaded this yet, but let's say if I want to download it, you just download it in background. Control D, add to favorites, and so on. You know what? Let me just see if this is one file. So it automatically plays. You can stop it. Let me play something. A little too fast for my liking. Music loops. Let's see. Oh, actually, everything here is like super fast. Hip hop. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, got to play. So let's say I want to download this, right? Download in background. Oops, I think I didn't click it. Right there, downloads. So I think the first thing, what it does is like grabs the low quality version and plays that as soon as it can. But the downloaded one always will be the highest quality one. And I'm not sure what that is exactly, but anyways, you see this icon, that means you've downloaded it. So I'm gonna try and see Show in Explorer. And that goes to like all of this. So by default, I guess that's where these files will be. And I'm going to share with you guys the tip here. So let me just start this for a second. So let's say you download like, you know, let's say if I want to download all this stuff, that's 3 gigs. And, you know, you keep getting more and more and more. Putting it in your C drive, for a lot of people, let's say if you're on the go, you want to have that stuff on a hard drive, right? I don't want to have it on my C drive. So this is where that video comes in that I was gonna share with you guys. And this goes for like anything really, but in this case, I'm just gonna tailor it towards this. So if you go and watch my video, create extra space in your hard drive. Basically here, all I'm talking about is a shortcut that you can use. This is for Windows only, by the way. Sorry, I'm not sure how to do it on Mac because I haven't used my Mac in a really long time. Hopefully there is something like that, and if there isn't, yeah, sorry. So basically all you need is to run command thing as an administrator, just to show you how that works. So I'm gonna actually just run cmd, you can see here, and in this directory I'm just gonna go back maybe up all the way here. So anything in LoopCloud, or maybe even this whole LoopCloud folder. Now what I can do, because I've downloaded this, I'm basically gonna delete it. I don't know what's gonna happen exactly, but let's say I'm gonna delete it, or maybe I rename it or something like that. Let me see here. So let's say I rename this into something else, like 2. I'm not sure if it's gonna let me because the program is open. Yeah, it did. Okay. So what we want to do is tell it to have this folder, let's say in my case it's going to be E drive or something like that. We'll say make link and then / or / J, and then so if your directory has spaces in it, so for example like your program files, you want to basically wrap it in quotes. If it doesn't, then you don't really need it. So I'm going to say C and then loop. I'm going to keep it the same. I don't think it makes a difference, but just to kind of follow whatever the name they had. So LoopCloud. This way I'm telling it to have everything inside of LoopCloud folder be somewhere else. So make junction is like a shortcut, except it actually thinks it's there. And so on my E drive, I'm going to do the same thing. LoopCloud. Okay, so watch what happens here once I hit that. Okay, so it says junction created for LoopCloud. Refresh F5. See that? So it actually created a folder with what looks like a shortcut icon, but it's not. So if you open this up, it's not going to actually do anything yet. See? Because in your E drive or whatever, that folder doesn't exist. So in my case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create it now. LoopCloud E drive LoopCloud. Okay, that exists. So if I open it, actually it's just going to go to this folder. That's what it is, and I'll show you how that works. So if I copy anything into here, I'm just going to copy a file and watch what happens to this folder here too. So just so you can see both. Okay, paste, boom, boom. Simple as that. You like that? Just for that alone, that's it. This video is like good enough. I'm sure. Anyways, you know what? So that's all I want to show you for this part. And this helps with, I believe, with the database thing here. So you can do it for files, folders, and whatnot. I'm going to delete it. It deletes it here. And vice versa. If I copy it here, it's going to copy it there too. See? So this is now your external drive. You can take that with you everywhere. And whenever you come home to your computer, this is already there. Okay, so like if I basically take all of this and drop it back here, boom. So I'm going to basically go into here, and you see how there's like only, let's say the hip hop and trap. So if I go and get something else, and this is like where you can rename these folders to make it shorter and whatnot. So urban and effects, I guess I'm going to go and get a hit, drum hit, impact hit here. So let's see. Yes, I like it. Okay, download in background. Downloading, you can see that right here. And let's pause this. Done. So that was 2.8 megabytes downloaded. And to show an Explorer, see that? Or you know what, I already had that open. So now you can see this new folder is there. Hits, impact effects, and boom, right there. If I go to my D drive, boom, see that? It's all there. It's so nice. I love this thing. This is like, when I found out about this, it just changed my life. It's one of those things where like, I can't believe I didn't know about this whole time. So yeah, thank me. Hit that like button, subscribe. You can get a lot more tips. The only thing so far, like this is just to start with, I don't like that it's a plugin. I would like it to be a standalone as well, just because I don't have to have another DAW or open or something like that for me to be able to organize my files. And this is kind of a big thing where for me to organize something, I'd have to actually, you know, open something. I guess their thinking behind this is that you can use it directly right away, but you know, for me, it's organization. You know what, let me actually add library first. That would make more sense. Okay, so you can see how it's scanning. It found 28 files. So it sees the kicks. Let me make this one bigger now. And you can see like in here. So let me add another one actually, might as well. This time I'm going to do this. This is big one. Let's see. So up and down with the arrows, and same thing with LoopCloud, I believe. If I'm here, let's see, drum hits, start playing. Yeah, so that's kind of the same thing. You can see the player is very similar on both. You got the play pause, you know, some other features maybe on this one. And let me just show you. So this is where you can store your rendered files and other stuff here. So export database, I've already set it to that E folder, ADSR. So that's the settings in a nutshell, and this is telling about the MIDI activity, if you have any, your favorites, and show library folder and show tags panel. So let me add one more here just to show you how you would add this. Just gonna make it sort of easier on myself. I'm gonna copy this folder and you paste it in here, and boom, that just adds that folder directly. So it's tagged 320 files are tagged with one tag, and 25 files are added to, like they have added 2 tags to them. 0 duplicates. This is real nice actually. So I wish it finds your duplicates and sort of tells you like, hey, you're adding these again or something like that before. I'm not sure if it does that, but maybe that would be nice to test. Okay, so now that's here. I can toggle this eye thing to basically include it or not in the search. And you can remove it with this. You can click more info. It just shows you stuff like that. And now I can drill down and see all the different things. Like, so for example, if I want to preview these, there you go. And now I can do a favorite. This is kind of like nice also because it gives you more visual feedback in some ways. I'm not sure, but like the design, they're both really well designed. I think they look good. Not sure if you can see more information here. So like these columns here, there's like way more in LoopCloud. So all these different things. So I'm not sure if this is something that they can add in the future or maybe just in the settings, but yeah, it'll be nice to have that. This is real nice though. Like you can assign more tags to it. So this is, I mean, base. I don't know what else I can assign a tag to it. That could be like, you know, where you would add stuff here. And your BPM type. So yeah, that means this is a loop. Let me try to go with something that's not a loop. I'm gonna include this sample pack. Yeah, so this is one shot. That's a loop. Nice. Real nice. Rice. I like that. Your BPM and yeah, some more tags. So you can edit the type, change to one shot or your BPM, and that's cool. You get your preview panel, MIDI. This is like the mode. So loop, full, stop, playback, same thing. You can reverse it. Please, you know what? Let me try this. Yeah, this is nice. It can be like used as inspiration actually. So if I play it, you know, you might not think of using this that way, but it's actually a very nice feature to have. DAW sync, this is where it will sync that same, what do you call it? Tempo. And normal, drums, smooth. I'm not sure what, okay, set your host sync behavior. Okay, that's what that is. And again, you can see in that bottom corner of the screen, if I move it, it's going to kind of go away. But right here, you'll find some of these information when you hover over stuff. Okay? What else? Random. Actually, that's a really cool feature. So sometimes if you're searching through like a big folder, let's say there's so many things here, and I'm not sure if this will work based on whatever you have selected, like where this dot's showing, but let's say I want to, instead of going through one by one, I just want to hit random. Yeah, that will kind of just give you some more things that you haven't really thought of instead of going by one, And if you have a higher folder selected, it'll randomize from all of that stuff. Yeah, this is nice. I like. Let me favorite that. Yeah, so what else? What else are we doing here? You can... So we talked about add library. Let me go back to the tag. And this is like... So I guess they haven't really, like, you know, how LoopCloud is doing it here. They have this filtration system right up top, and then you have all the other stuff. So let me see. I might like this way better, actually, than this. But this maybe just personal preference in this case. Because then I can see like my folders and all the tags. But anyways, that's just a different way of laying out. Maybe if you have like a control or shift click, you can actually open up both, like one next to each other, or one and have the second one below it or something like that. That'd be cool too. And then this is where it shows your favorites. So that's the one I just favorited, I think. Cool. And you can do the filter here by one shot or loop. I'm not sure what this does. Show only selected items. Okay, so this is like how you can select multiple things, and then if you show only these, that's what this is going to do. I like this. Yeah. See, I'm already using it. Big part of this, actually, the search is this here. So the and or. Let's say you're looking for, and let me do by tags, I guess, so drums. Okay, bass. See that? So now it's showing me anything that in the file name that has bass and drum in there, or like I guess doesn't matter which way they're, you know, drums or bass and drums. Okay, so if we change it to and, watch how many more results. So now it's actually going to show you anything that has the word bass and drum in there. Or sorry, not and, because if you search for drum only, there's only so many, right? Oh well, anyways, that's based on whatever I've selected here. So if I, don't want to use this for the search, I can just turn that off, and there you go. Cool. This is pretty much everything with the ADSR Manager. It seems actually simpler. There's like less stuff here, but it's very powerful. I think this tool is actually very, very powerful. The thing is with like the LoopCloud, there is, I think, maybe much more ways of filtering than the other one. Yeah, let me see if maybe I can open up both sort of in the same. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make this smaller just so you can kind of get a good look. Okay, that's good enough. Or maybe a little bit more smaller on this one. Can I? No, I can't. Damn, too bad. Okay, so yeah, just to compare the two here, side by side, sort of, or one on top of the other. You got these searches, which is like right up there, and you got your local files only. Just because this one you can connect it to the cloud, and you're already downloading stuff from their sources, like from their site and I guess servers, whatever. This one you're pretty much just adding your own local stuff. But to think about it, like this is the tool that actually connects to the internet, and it's still working as a standalone, right? So I don't have to be connected to the internet because I can just search my local files. With this one, it works only as a plugin, but it only allows me to search or to add my local files. I don't know if it doesn't seem like it's going to be able to add anything like from the cloud, right? I love this random feature. I think that's very nice. Randomize search results. Actually, there it is too. So let me see if I guess I would have to put something in here first. Drum. Let me make this bigger. So anything with drum, and then if I randomize, yeah, it just randomize. So it randomizes whatever I've searched for. Where this thing, it kind of goes by folder, whatever you've selected as a hierarchy. They're both nice in terms of the syncing. That's done well. What else? Design, like I said, they're both designed very well. I think I like little things like this where you have 4 number next to favorites, just tells you how many you have already. It would be nice to have some visual clue of like how many folders you have maybe, or files. So in the LoopCloud, there is no real indication of how many stuff you have right away. You can't kind of get to it. I don't know if you right click, analyze, I don't know. It doesn't really just tell you right there, and that's one of those things. I'm just comparing like little things here and there. I'm just gonna play this loop thing I made. Very simple 808 beat. And if I go back to LoopCloud and try to play some stuff with it, so it will sync, and I'm not sure about changing this pitch, so let me try that next. See that? How it started like at the end of it, because the 4-bar loop, it kind of was at the end. Nice. So it goes down and up octaves. That's cool. I like that. I like it. Auto key. Nice. This even matches your Ableton key. Let me double it or half it. I like these. That's really cool. And then you can basically, if you want to add this sample, you basically use this and drag it to whatever. And this is going to drag the processed or the original. It just gives you that. So let me drag it here. And I'm going to play this. Very easy. I like it. So that was nice. And let me go to ADSR and drag something else from here. So let's see. What do we have? Okay, so I'm going to play this with Ableton, and let's see how this goes. So again, you can see the syncing, but it doesn't keep playing. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure why that doesn't keep playing. And this is where you can drag this sample to Ableton or whatever your DAW is. It doesn't seem to loop, even though this is a loop. That's weird. I wish it kept going. Yeah, nothing with that. Yeah, this is kind of weird. I'm not sure why it's not, like, why does it stop? Preview selected. Yeah, this is weird. But anyways, now if I want that, I just drag it in and play it. So you can see with what do you call it? With ADSR Sample Manager, there isn't anything like you can sync with like LoopCloud, how they have this whole pitch shift and so many of these other things, half it and double it, and so this is like much more comprehensive. I think LoopCloud has the better like tools, I guess. So if I was to use one, my choice right now, I guess I'm making my choice, in this case would be this one, just because of a few things. It's a standalone, that's kind of like number one. And then these the whole extra other features, it just seems like it works better and gives me more options. And I'm not restricted to just local files. I'm also able to go and buy stuff and, license it directly. And, a huge thing is like you get free content every week. It might not be the best. It might be really good. It depends on your project, I guess. I do like how this is laid out kind of more in front of you, like all these different columns. Like it shows you a whole lot. I like how LoopCloud just gives me much more options. Like this right here, all of this stuff, just so brilliant. Like I can match the pitch first of all to to my program here or my project, but auto key and change the octave, pitch, and so many different things. And you can half it and double it and whatever, all that stuff. You can drag the original and the process. There is a few features in like ADSR Sample Manager that I think are really great, but this one pretty much has like nearly everything this one does, and it seems like it does it in a better way. For example, everything, like the way that it's laid out here, all these different instruments and formats and content types, genres, all that stuff I can see here and I can't see it. There's so much like dead space here that is not being utilized. And I know, yeah, all the tags are right there, but that's easily, you can modify that to show it on this side maybe, so that's always visible. But again, I'm not sure, like this layout to me seems more natural. If like faster, I'm able to like search through my stuff faster, or like again the store, that's another really good add-on. The randomize feature is real nice, but I wish you can do it only per folder. Maybe, I don't know how exactly yet, but that's one of those things where I'm going to use it more often and see how it goes. Like this is really great, and check that out. There's so many different things like offbeat, like this is crazy. None of that stuff is in here. You can double it, half it, and drag the processed and the original. For example, if you're trying to use many ideas, you can drag the processed version of these things just to save time from loading and all these other things. Having the ability to run it as a standalone, that's like huge, right? Being able to edit, this is real nice. I think they've done this really well. I love the colors. Don't get me wrong, I still love the way this is laid out and the colors, but I think LoopCloud is doing it a little better, or maybe a lot better in this case, just because there's many more features here that you're able to see. It's just an activity indicator, I guess. So if you have anything that's, let me see here, for example. So I'm just launching samples from this drum rack, but it's not showing me anything here. I'm not sure if this is, yeah, my keyboard is not really doing anything in this case. Yeah, stuff like this where the loop sort of stops. Maybe there should be a way, and maybe I just don't know, but maybe there should be a way to kind of keep that going, to keep it playing, or tell it to stop whenever you want. So I like how the other one with LoopCloud, it just works with whatever you're playing. So you can try many more ideas much faster using this method. And again, maybe I just don't know how this is working exactly, but things I like about this, like again, is you can see all these things like more info, and boom, you can see how many files there are in here. Favorites part is nice too, but I think it's little things like the random feature is real nice. The and or is also very nice. Stuff that I guess the LoopCloud doesn't have, but there's many more features here that are like, I think, much more useful for me. The and or is probably a big one if you were to compare it to like other features here. But like, I mean, this section alone, I think I can get much more creative using this. There's so many ways of filtering in here. This is crazy. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna miss this, especially because I haven't even used it. So this is one of those things where if I had gotten used to it and whatnot, that may make a big difference. But yeah, I like I said, I think it's nice that, like for example, these things, how you can multi-select. I'm not sure how you would do that here. Let's see if I make this bigger. Control, yeah, so I can control click and then boom, I'm multi-selected stuff and add to favorites, whatever, right? So that plays and stops, or actually sorry, continues unless I hit pause. But that's very nice. Again, like some of these things that they have here, I think this is the winner for me. And I mean, I'm still gonna try to use both, at least for a week, a month, or something like that, just so I can ultimately see what's happening. And I'm not sure, but I think I heard ADSR is coming with a big update. But if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is pretty much it. I think this is the end of the video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope this comparison has sort of helped you decide. I think it helped me, and at least I showed you a couple of nice tricks like that make link junction. I think that really helps, and it's going to help me for sure. I know that. Yeah, so if you have anything in the comments, let me know if I missed anything, if I didn't show you something properly, or if I didn't know about a feature, stuff like this, keeping this playing and whatnot. Please let me know in the comments below. And if ADSR or LoopCloud people, if you guys are watching this or will watch this at some point, thank you so much for making this, especially as a free software. I'm sure it's going to get better over time. And it's nice to have that alternative. It would suck if only one company made this and like that's it, we were stuck with it. But it's very nice to have this. It's good to have competition. That way you're both going to improve your software over time. And you never know. Like, I mean, hopefully in the future, this kind of stuff, like if I'm doing favorites here and there, I'm able to like transfer that into this. And so back and forth, right? I'm not sure if they want to like, give that away to competition, but that would really help out users like us. So yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. And thank you, LoopCloud and ADSR for making this software. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Like this video if it helped you. And yeah, cheers.